right. Wait a second. We're going live, Holy Ones. Let me turn on the camera. What's up with the camera? Give me a moment. Oh, wait a second. We're going to be talking about something very interesting today, Holy Ones. Machiwa. Give me a moment. Trying to get this camera up. I thought it was a hidden window. Give me a moment. This always happens. Can happen on live sometimes. Check connections to my camera. Damn. Okay, so I'm still here. So, Machiwa. Wakoyes matutas. Okoye. Machiwa. We're going farther into this energy, this consciousness. Wakoye. Now let me find out what in the world is going on. My camera. I might have to reboot. Finally. So we should be live in a second. All right, there we go. So something doesn't want me to continue. This is a spiritual transmission, Holy Ones. And I thank you for joining, for participating in this live Christos avatar. Machiwa. Yeah. Makipas. It is glorious. Entertainment Hub. Hasta luego. See you later. How you doing, Vato? Good to see you, man. Good to have you guys. We had a very good live last night. It was like a record. I never had that many people on live, so it was awesome feeling. So it was great to be for you guys to be part of that. And it is a group. This is a group energy. It's a group of memory. It's a group, you would say, participation. We have beforehand, before this, we were even babies. Before we were incarnated into this world, understand where we really come from. So this is we talk about spiritual stuff, and tonight it's about angels and fallen angels and demons, no less. And we are realizing that these are ETs. We talk about this here and show you the diagram. Of course, we're going to show you that time matrix extraterrestrial diagram, right? Chimakaya Motsuta Ishine Hone Chikita Hota Mapata. Thank you, Holy Ones. I appreciate you for being Chivas on that spiritual awakening ascension. Are you going into that light, into that transformation you call metamorphosis or ascension, spiritual ascension, also consciousness and biological? You're going to go into another form, and it is science, spiritual, sacred spiritual science, and this is ancient, not new, and we are just translating it once again, this original language, Anuhazi. This is the original, and sometimes the words that we use are Anuhazi words, this foreign, different word. And we talk about that here in Christos Avatar. It comes from this ancient, you would say, huge tome of knowledge, and it's from higher stellar races, technical, higher advanced races. So of course, they put this on media for lower races like our race to get this information to the planet. So they're called holographic disc records, and these are, like I said, there's several of them, 12 discs in all, and they all are the knowledge and information for each dimension. So disc 1 would be about the knowledge and history of the first dimension, and second disc, holographic disc record, will be all about the second dimension and history. So this is a tome of knowledge that has been brought down through the Voyagers books, and now I'm teaching about it, and others, a few others, not many. This is a great honor to be part of these Guardian races, and this is where angels fall into. We talk about angels being extraterrestrials. This is not from a religion or Bible point of view. No disrespect to their beliefs. So this is the Guardian information. There's people who follow science, and then there's people who just follow religion. So you could say this is a third category. Spirituality is about, there's a God, but God is a consciousness, an energy. Energy is consciousness. Consciousness is energy. And this whole reality field is made of energy, consciousness. So that means if everything is consciousness and energy and alive, that means everything is alive. A crystal obviously is alive. Machiwa. A bug is alive. A rock is alive. So anything you think is inorganic is alive. Plastic is alive. All things are made of consciousness, energy. It's not, even quantum physicists realized it's not solid. We always thought it was a solid physical world. And isn't it ironic that in the past, when they all were very 100% sure it was a physical world, it's not, wow, there goes their whole paradigm crumbling, like this Roman Empire. It's falling. Wow. Machiwa, holy ones. These beings are explained, like I said yesterday, you cannot explain aliens without explaining dimensions. Same thing with angels. You can't explain what a real angel is, not from a religion perspective, from this consciousness, spirituality. Remember, science, religion, or spirituality. 3 choices. You also got a 4th choice, really, nothing. You don't believe in nothing. No, nothing after life. After physical life, you think it's all over. It's the end of the existence. Okay, so you die, right? Individually. And everyone else still exists. So there's something outside your existence. But you believe there's nothing outside your existence. But those people still living are outside your existence, right? While you perished. This is your belief. Why don't you consider that fact? Okay? Machiwa, you don't believe in God. Okay, you something made you this shape, this biology, this consciousness. Something created this design. It didn't design something out of nowhere, a blob of nothingness just came something. So did you take your mind that far? Did you think to yourself, wow, there must be something outside. Maybe it's a God, because I'm only part of this system. That's an erroneous assumption, but we understand. So the fact is, the truth is, Holy Ones, we are we are these Holy Ones. Alright? We are these starseeds, these indigo children, remembering, going through spiritual awakening, remembering together, a group awakening. We are activating our chakra. We are learning spiritual knowledge. We're learning about the metaverse. The multiverse, actually. Metaverse is from the Marvel hero, right? There's other reality fields. And you want to know what's cool? I just mentioned Marvel. Excuse me, I know this is going to upset some people if I don't get it right, because I know that there's like the X-Men, but there's then the the Fantastic Four, and then there's the Avengers, and what the F, dude, all these different. Okay, so my Chihuahua, we have Elohim Angels, we have what you call. Okay, so first they created the Azerite Angel. That's the first angel and the most powerful angel. And that would be Azerites. The Azerites, blue angel beings. They are parts of the blue flame. These blue flame Elohim. Elohim, Enlil, El, Elohim. Enlil, El is Elohim. And Elohim is fallen angel. Fallen angel. Because it was once an Elohai, Christed being. And remember, when you hear the word Christ, that always refers to being a 12th dimensional activated Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. Say that 3 times to yourself. That's a triple trinity. What's that? That's a 9. And you get 3 of those 9s, that's triple trinities, man. Triplets. I love you. We go deep. We take it where no one else does. My angels fighting other angels, bad ones. They're fallen. They're dark. So they're fighting the good, the light. There is a spiritual war. Maybe you don't believe in that stuff, okay? So there is darkness and wickedness, evil. It's coming from a source. Now the hardcore guardians will say there is no such thing as evil. You don't say evil in Law of One. Okay, come on, get off my ass. I say evil on purpose because I know that people on Earth understand what is real dark shit. You know what is torture. You know what is twisted. Someone who thinks in horrible thoughts, imaginations. These are dark beings, dude. They're in a dark, you would say, DNA template. There is a black sun DNA, Holy Wands. And this is not a joke. They're a 10-strand reverse DNA matrix. And some of those races, wow, you could say are coming out of that phantom matrix. Oh, they call it hell or something. It's a phantom, a black hole, subspace distortion field. That's what that is. It exists. It's real. It's physics. Just like the multiverse, the dimensions, the density matter forms, biologies, consciousness. energy, holy ones. You learn about this high advanced stuff by learning about this others, lower stuff, and work your way up. You don't skip. You don't go from 3D to 5D. Okay, well, how in your mind do you see yourself skipping 4th dimension? You need the strand. No, that tells us that you don't understand DNA or ascension. Because you have DNA to ascend. You don't have the 5th strand complete. You're not ascending to 5D. It's like the key, the lock. You unlock that level, that dimension, literally through chakra. Yeah. That's the heart chakra. Number 4. Your 4th level of consciousness. It's beyond 3D. This is where most people are, in the solar plexus, the mind. They think that's all of reality, that there's nothing else outside of your mind. And that's why some people say that you don't exist. Oh, you don't exist after you die. There's gonna be no heaven or no hell or no nowhere. Because that's what most people understand in their mind, that there's this reality. And then when you die, your soul goes to heaven or it goes to a hell, depending on if you were good or if you were naughty, or if you believed in Christ or Jesus or some Muhammad or Allah or Jehovah, Yahweh, or whatever, man. Some people believe in worshiping a plant. Some people believe in worshiping somebody's ass. If it's nice and big and stuff. Some people worship money, and that's sacred to them. That's their divine connection. Something greater than themselves. So we realize this or not. You realize higher stuff or you don't. Yeah. You have that chakra 4th strand open. Open it. Don't close it. You can't see nothing if you closed it. Open the window. The doorway is more accurate. Open the doorway. Don't just keep trying to keep looking at the keyhole. I can't see nothing, man. No, don't look through the keyhole. Open the freaking door. Open the door. It is an angelic war. And only because and we learned that angels are around density 3 universe, right? So this is mid-level. We're in a mid-level war. We don't really relate to hydroplasm or thermoplasm. We're relating to carbon matter and carbon crystal and crystal silicate beings, which you call a ghost. You see that being, it looks like a ghost. It's less dense than this physical, less physical, you could say. Less dense, less matters, less atoms in a space. You get like a ghost-like. Eventually, when you get less and less and less, when an icicle starts melting and becoming less solid, the icicle will transform, literally transfigurate into a higher matter form called liquid. And then this liquid will transform into something greater than itself, into a vapor after it starts boiling. So now it transfigurates into something greater, less dense, but greater. That's what you do as a spirit being, going through from a human, from a plant, from an atomic life, to a plant, to an animal, to not like coming from apes. We're saying it the wrong way. Let me correct myself, please. We go downwards, so that's the wrong order. No, what I'm saying is, you come from the top and go down. That's what I meant. You don't come from something microscopic and go up. You weren't pond scum, or you weren't from a primate and went upwards. No, that's confusion. Let me explain that part. The primate part. This is a creature. Homo sapiens, 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 sapien, mocho, macha, kakachipa. I don't know. Those are all freaking distorted humans. Not something that led up to human. And when you talk about that, that's what the Guardians are telling us and Voyagers. Read the Voyager books from Mashiach and my teacher, and you will find out this history. Now I put it in these diagrams, expound upon it. You know, I fit a hell of a lot of data, knowledge. So let me point to you where this angels are on this diagram. Let me make sure I got the diagram open. Shit. I have too many pictures open. I gotta close them so I can see my diagram. Sorry guys, here it goes. Now, to illustrate this reality and about these angels, they're in different levels of reality. Now you imagine them being in heaven. Well, if humans are in the third dimension of Earth, this reality field, the angels would be in heaven. That means you're in the higher level of reality. You can imagine that, right? So, well, that's not far enough. As you can peek over here, angels is higher level, so keep going. That's still not an angel. Keep going. Okay, you found the angel, the first level of angel. And remember, these are extraterrestrials, levels of consciousness, and you change your body form. Every dimension is a higher body form, a higher body form of crystal going towards crystal silicate at the higher archangel level. These are ETs, extraterrestrials, that have look at their matter form. They don't have carbon matter like you that dies. They're immortal beings. All after density 1 carbon matter, all the reality fields are immortal, and they start becoming crystal. You're a crystal, carbon crystal being in the next universe, carbon etheric matter. And the beings, you follow this down here, you'll see the races that belong in these reality fields. Okay, but today we're interested in the angels, so look at the 6th dimension first. 6th dimension, you're going to have beings like these that are angels, you could say. This is an Azerite Oraphim, which is an angel itself, an Oraphim angel. And these were all created in this density 2. The angels start from the Azerites, and then the Azerite is a super race. Look at this race, man. Look what it's made of. This is a super hybrid, super beings. These are blue angels, and their DNA is made from the feline race, the avian bird race, the mantis, and specifically feline is Anuhazi. Avian, and let me show you Anuhazi. It's a race way at the highest level. There's the highest level of race right there. And we'll talk about them in a moment. They're beyond angel, by the way. This angel is a feline avian mantis cetacean, basically you'd say whale, and Pegasus, which is a winged horse deer. So this is these are multiple hybrids that are creating a super hybrid, super race. And anyways, this race helped to create the Oraphim first, the Oraphim. Sorry, my stupid window thing. You go to over here, a feline avian hominid. Hominid meaning like us, like 2 arms, 2 legs. And notice the cat part and the bird part. That's what an angel is. It's a hybrid race. And this is all explained in greater detail, but this is this is the second angel. First was the Azerite, the super race that became the Blue Angels, the highest level angel, and then it became this race with DNA was used to create a race called the Oraphim, or actually the Emerald Oraphim first, sorry, and then the lower. This is like I believe 48 strand being, 48 strand DNA, so it's pretty powerful. Not as powerful as the Azerite. I believe, don't quote me, but I'm very confident that the Azerites are the highest level beings in the universe, or in the multiverse. Their DNA is the highest, and that's why they have the highest responsibility of security in all the time matrix. You see the Blue Angels on your ass, you can't do nothing against them. So they're 48 strand beings. What are you gonna do? So then these angels, Oraphim angels, the lower Oraphim of the Emerald Oraphim of the Azerite, created a race called Turanesium, which is us. We're an angelic race from this high level density 2. We're made of this carbon crystal body. We are immortal beings, but we fell to this lower world because of destruction between this famous story between Atlantis and Lemuria. They used gigantic crystals from inner Earth. They took those crystals from Sirius B, which is our friends, that's why we got the Lyrans, which is where humans come from, Lyran planet Aramentana, combined with the Syrians, the dog star, right? So we got birds, cats, and dogs. But these are called the Syrian whites, which created the other cat people, the Leonines, and those are famous because that's what the Anunnaki worshipped. They worshipped these Leonines with the Sphinx. The Sphinx was created by good Anunnaki, by the way. So anyways, the angels are beings from the 6th dimension, 7th and 8th. There's a notation here in this diagram you can find on my website. I updated it recently to include all these races down here. So take a look, you guys. This is an excellent study tool if you're following some of the Voyagers Oceanidine information. Very, very helpful tool. I mean, you might take you a while to study it. It definitely took me a long time to make it. And it's a work in progress. I still want to use this white space for more data. Like all of the, you would say, Guardian Angelic Nation, you would say service organizations and security organizations. And that's some of the stuff that humans are part of. We're actually a 12-strand being. We're from this high-level 12th dimension. We're not meant to be recycling, reincarnating down here. This is BS. You have to get beyond mortality and death through ascension. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in mortality and death. To us humans down here experiencing mortality and death, this is a fantasy. We think this is not possible. We don't think immortality is possible because we were born into death. Everything dies, even animals and little plants and microorganisms, everything dies. Well, there's a reason. So you're learning about this stuff in these extraterrestrials, and some of them are dark. They're supposed to be color coded. Notice a lot of red ones. So you got some blue ones, blue flame ones that fell. You have some gold flame ones. These are all gold flame ones on this side. They all come from these main races though, like the Anu Elohim and the Omicron. This Necromaton thing is going to confuse people. It was actually these beings first of the Omicrons. And then, but so there's an explanation. You guys have heard it already, some of you. And then insectoids, some of them are good, like these main one, the Athean mantis, high. These are avatars. Anything in density 4 is avatars. That's above angels. Remember, these are the angel fields. This whole field, the third density, liquid etheric matter, this is the angel level, the archangel level. Sixth dimension is the angel level. That's why you got the Azerites there, and the Oraphim, the Emerald Oraphim, all those angel races. All those angel races are involved in this war with the Anunnaki, because the Anunnaki are us, but fallen us. See, they're from the blue flame. They're part of us. We have a history with them. They're part of our DNA. So, now we're just like guardians who follow law of one and don't judge, but you sure as hell believe that these beings are going to judge you. They're going to torture you. They're going to kill you or dominate you. They're wicked. And this is an angelic war, because the children of these avatars, the children races, like the Dracon, dragons, and bird Draco beings, vampire creatures, insectoids, reptilian serpent beings, oh, nice beings, malevolent insectoids, malevolent dinosaurs, which is part of what Omicron is, a dinosaur. They're called dino reptilians, dragons, draconian. Notice how big and stocky these reptiles are. Now their brother race, the Odedicron, they made more thinner reptilians, more like our shape and size, a little taller, but more thinner than the thick, stocky dracons, which are bipedal. They stand upright, just like in Jupiter Ascension or Jupiter Rising. I don't know. I forgot that movie name. I keep forgetting the stupid name. But this race is all created these because of the bird people. Because they have bird people with one of their races, they got some weird creatures like the gargoyles and like a mixture serpent avian bird being. You call it the Azrael plus a Dracon. So that's one of those dark Azerite beings that mixed with the dragon, and that's what you call a dark angel. Remember, this density 3 is angel level, archangel level. These are your lovely archangels you get in your Bible and religion. These are the mighty, you would say, etheric beings. They live in Gaia. Well, no, sorry. I don't know why I made that comment. We live in Gaia. The Lyrans, the Guardians, the humans actually. Sorry, I made a few mistakes there. The humans live there, which are actually humans right here. But notice we are cat people way at the top. We're cat people, really. And so are part of the Anunnaki. Notice the feline aquatic ape part. They're from the Anu cat aquatic ape. They have cat in them too. They're part of our lineage, you could say. Part of the blue flame lineage. All the blue flame races are coming from the Elohi, holy Elohi. And the gold flame races are coming from the holy Seraphi. And finally, Brahmarama, violet flame. So these angels, and that's why I put the reference here in the dimension level, these angels are ETs. All kinds of, as you can see, all kinds of ETs. All these are ETs. All these creatures and beings are to you like spirit beings with a crystal body. And remember, Gaia is for humans. All these beings mostly are in an Orion system. Like, you would say the eighth dimension is the metagalactic core. So there's a lot of like most people have the concept of religion where you just have Earth And above earth is heaven and below earth is hell, and that's your idea of reality. Well, no, sorry. There's many dimensions, many realities, many heavens. Different beings that you call angels are several levels above you, but they're just ETs like you are. You're just a little bit higher, that's all. And you would say in the future, this is the worlds they live in. The angels live around 40,000 AD to 57,000 AD, getting really close to an etheric crystal being. They're very close. They're the next level. They're going to be archangelic. And then these archangels are going to eventually turn into avatars. They'll spiritually evolve to their perfect blueprint body too. They will be Christed too at 12D. They will be able to meet. That means you'll be able to leave the time matrix. This entire system, you will leave it if you want to. Go back to the Ascended Master levels, which created the three flames, which created all these races we're talking about. So let me put the camera back on. I love you guys. Thank you for joining my live about angels and archangels. Mochiwa. How you doing, holy ones? Ochiwa. Okochimasu. Apatekipasi. Light codes. Get those light codes. Kochimas. Yuaka. Who's in the house? Vato Locos. Grace Aquarius with the amazing name. Hello, Holy One. Thank you for the positive vibes. Grand Rising, saith Selena. Thank you, Holy One. Thank you so much. Amastitas. Habas 313. That's one hell of a staff, bro. Yeah, Gandalf style, man. Not Gandam style. Gandalf style, man. Shivasti. Kuchima. Amatas. Let me see. Nope. Oh. It's got a light. So. It has a poor light right now because the battery's probably low, but it usually goes brighter, a little bit brighter. But it's something I literally used to use and take with me at the drum circles. I mean, I wouldn't use it all the time because it's not so easy. You can't be so mobile. And I like to dance around the whole bonfire at the drum circle. There's a big drum circle, man. And these guys, there's like professional drummers, like pro drum circle people, like who are making sure it's a good sound, you know, because if you go to some drum circles, they're all amateurs and it sounds horrible. I mean, but but if you have someone carrying the tune that are good, and then they're kind of like, you don't hear the bad ones, you hear the freaking awesome beat, man. It's like tribal. It's like it's energy. It's a lot of energy. And it feels so good, man. It feels so good. And you go out there in nature. When we had drum circles, sometimes we would go in the inner parks, but most of the time we were going way the hell out, like a half hour outside the Vegas. I was living in Vegas, and we would be all ages, all kinds of people would go to drum circles, and you don't even have to drum. You could just sit there and watch and bring like a blanket. And man, you got the stars. Usually, some of them were around the energy of the full moon, with the full moon. It was really awesome. And in some of the beautiful desert of Nevada, Vegas even, there's a red mountain range, kind of like Sedona in Arizona. It's red rocks, awesome energy. We would have drum circles way out there. It's just like a great energy and experience and a bonding with a group of people, and you get to feel that raw. I don't know. You just kind of like go into like an altered state a little bit, and you will perceive like angels and stuff. Now demons. Now you realize that these religions are created by extraterrestrials, like the Dracon, and the Anunnaki, or the Necromaton. You know, all different kinds of crazy ass ETs have distorted us. And I haven't went through the time periods yet, but we're going to be after we get through with the Azerite Angel video, because those are angels, right? Seraphim, and that's going to be released in a few days. It's just a very important video. That's why I have to go through it all, and I'm only like 60% through, but it's going to be awesome. Machiwa. The hardest part was that diagram, putting this diagram I shared with you today. And so this is when you start talking about angels, well, we're talking about ETs and aliens and stuff. It's more accurate to call them multi-dimensionals, or to refer to them as going outside of our dimension of reality. And there's several frequency, bandwidths, vibrations. Machiwa, hotakapachi, maku. So we are learning about this guardian knowledge of ascension, and a lot of us are finding our identity again, our purpose, and we are resonating with this guardian. Voyager's information is the most profound information I've ever found in my life, in any type of spiritual system. And I went through a few in my 30s and 40s. I even went through kind of like a shamanism type of period of my life. Then I was into magic period of my life. Then I was into psychic abilities in my life, hardcore. Like I was like so serious about it. I was learning everything I could, because a lot of information is not very good out there. It's not real or helpful or even truthful. So, and other people don't know better. Just like professions like mechanics, they rely that you don't know better. Any type of service who can make big money, masitas, they're going to make sure that you have a reason to need that service. Mukuchi. You imagine, you realize that if doctors in hospitals cured you, they wouldn't be in business. So they figured out real quick that, oh, we don't want to cure them. Oh, let's make them hooked on something that helps them keep coming back for us, like a junkie. You got your subscriptions, honey. You go get my pharmaceuticals. I need my meds, vato loco. We're not making fun. We're saying, hey, this is consciousness. Now, for some people, we are dealing with this distortion. It's not the original. What do you do with distortion? You heal it. You fix it. When you have darkness, you guard. Protect your children, protect your life, you protect your energies. You're a guardian, you guard. You don't just lay and be a sheep and a victim. You know? And we do this peacefully through spiritual awakening. As more and more people are learning about consciousness, instead of what we said earlier today, science and religion. If you're only getting your information from all these science people, or only from religion, you're not getting the whole story. You're getting, these are both dark systems, and we explain that in great detail here. Sounds ridiculous to say that religions are dark. You would say half-truths, but the half that isn't truth is pretty dark. It is false creed. You can go down the checklist of false creeds. It's real, guys. We go and talk about this, and honestly, this channel is gonna blow up. When I say blow up, I mean get big. When I start talking about from the year 50,000 down to 10,000, there's a lot of famous and mysterious things that will be explained, and only through the understanding of dimensions. This is why we put that up first. We got videos about it. I still need to make a 15 chakra video, and but that's no problem, because you just are going to learn the actual colors of all the chakra, which really are shown in my diagram. In the time matrix diagram, you can see the colors of your chakra, and these are the dimensions of reality. And notice that there's a parallel universe and there's a phantom universe, like you people think of as hell, like a dark, but we explain as scientifically as a subspace distortion field. And that came from an energy. You know, there's mechanics in stars and planets, and if you change your vibration, if you change your direction, like reverse speed instead of going to its original, you're doing the opposite. And you know, like this live spelled backwards is evil, so life is going backwards, it's death. Reversing is bad, but people are practicing reverse mechanics and becoming reversed in their matrix, in their consciousness, going towards that phantom type of consciousness, a being that needs to that is used to and desiring to consume. It's a toxic person, a vampire, energy vampire. There, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist or a toxic person, they feed off you. They are feeding off you. And wow, you call that demons? Demons? We haven't talked about demons because demons are this fabrication. It's this misunderstanding and a misrepresentation. They are misrepresenting what an angel is. When an angel is explained as a multidimensional extraterrestrial from other worlds, and they have been contacting us, and that it's actually families of ETs, that you're part of a heritage of this. We get communicated with these beings. Even if you're not activated yet, you're not picking up the signal, you're not picking up the information, the data, the code, you know, because this is a chakra to that dimension. Humans have 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, and 3. You're in 1, 2, and 3 dimension, consciousness and spirit. That's what your level is. But these beings who are coming into your world, incarnating into human family, their DNA is going to be unusual, unique, different. How can a mama have 2 normal kids and then an indigo child? Or what? What's going on? Why is there a different kid? Why does my brother and my sister totally different than we're all totally different. Why? We had the same household, the same parents, but why am I totally different? Why is my brother so different totally than me and my sister, and why is she so different? What? It's our souls, our spirits. It's not souls like you think from religion. It's your consciousness from a higher level, which is called the soul level. But there's an over soul level and the avatar level. The soul, 6th dimension, is angel. The over soul beings are archangels. So you combine this knowledge, and now you have a greater understanding of what angels are, and then how we're part of this whole structure. And you learn about what is law of one that we talk about. Law of one, all are God. Not that there's a religion believing in one God that's a boy or a girl. Oh, you like goddess, you like God. Well, it's polarized. You start focusing on gender in the quality of God. It's a misconception, it's a misunderstanding, it's a distortion. This is the Guardian point of view. You have your own point of view. You are God, sovereign, free. We believe so. Even if your God says the otherwise, You are God. You are sovereign. You are free. Because of law of one, all are one. Not a human law, not some alien law. It's a universal law. Law of one. That all are one. At least highly evolved ET races are following the law of one. Choosing light and love, and that respecting all consciousness, not trying to manipulate it, not trying to vampire it, not trying to, hurt it, not trying to kill it. You get some sick people. You can get some cruel kids. You can look at the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom is cruel. Humans can be cruel. So there's some darkness. There is a darkness in this consciousness. And we're a race having a collective consciousness. Have you heard of the collective consciousness? You can go there. And you do usually, anyways, in your normal brain and awareness functioning. You are perceiving other beings. It's just that an empath is someone who can perceive a lot more than you do. You could develop that skill too, but because we're all psychic in the end, we're all going to have this junk, this DNA, junk DNA, recreated, fragmented. It means it's a bunch of puzzle pieces on the floor. Now you got to figure it out and put them together. Put this together, this fragmented DNA together, not with some robotics, not with some technology, with your consciousness, with thoughts, with visualizations that you will learn if you want to focus on spiritual ascension. You're learning and training, practicing scalar mechanics, which is using specific colors, waveform. It's a spectrum of light. There's a whole bunch of colors, and all of them make up light. So there's a spectrum. So through science, realize that, there's somewhere here a first dimension, a second dimension, a third dimension, a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's a 15-dimensional system. Spectrum. Remember, it's color, waveform. It is using and associating those red as a low vibration, literally. Lower vibration than orange. A lower frequency in the spectrum. So as you go through the spectrum of red into the spectrum of orange, those are hues, different hues on the way up to orange are sub-frequencies. So you have base red turning into levels of red up to orange-ish and then to orange. That's 12 levels. I mean, obviously there's even more colors, like in Adobe Photoshop has millions, right? Dare I say billions of colors you can have in your program, art program. Well, I don't need that many. You see, we have a spectrum, and each one is a different location in this spectrum. And we are changing our spectrum of blue. Well, this is blue, and that would focus on the fifth dimension. In the spectrum of light, you are focusing on blue or red or orange or yellow or green, heart chakra green. Third eye is indigo. That's why indigo children, that means they have the third eye. A kid and adults, I'm just saying, isn't it a trip to know that a kid could be more psychic than you? Because you're fresh from spirit. You don't have distortions until the human parents and human teachers and the human bosses and human government, and damn, by the time you get through all those levels, they take out the indigo in you. They try to take it out. So you don't think about spirits, you don't think about energies, you don't see and experience those things. They try to make you stop thinking and doing those things. So you become asleep. sleeping indigo. And you feel embarrassed. They instilled shame or embarrassment if you start practicing or going towards studying that stuff. You have to go to church with us, honey. Get rid of that satanic stuff. Luciferian stuff. Some of you were raised in strict religions. This is how they are. This is how they are. They judge you. You're judged. You're being judged. Because their God teaches them to judge. It's in the beginning, God. It's a Anunnaki creed, baby. You hear Jehovah. Oh, right. Jehovian Anunnaki. Remember, is a what? Isn't it a feline? Wait, Anu Elohim is a. Yeah. Not the moth people. That's the draconian Omicron. We're talking about the feline aquatic apes. The Anu that became the Anu Elohim, which created the Jehovian Anunnaki. And the Jehovian Anunnaki are you're worshiping a dark avatar as a holy being. As a holy being. So, as guardians are coming in, indigo children are coming in, they're bringing back the knowledge, the understanding, the realization, the memory, the code. You're becoming a guardian. You're learning truth. This is going to be like an age of truth, an age of disclosure, exposure. So revealing. Enlightening reveals what was once unilluminated. Now it's shown for all of us to see. What was once harming us is now exposed and naked before the whole world. If you are awakening, if you're part of this spiritual awakening, you won't have to go through that shit. If you aren't, if you're one of those trolls out there, one of those haters out there, well, you're going to inherit this horrible, you would say miserable existence and be stuck in reincarnation, being in this tyranny of this extraterrestrial races who are just salivating, waiting, can't wait to get rid of most of us and then have little puppets for entertainment purposes only. What the hell else do they need you for? So that's one possible path for you if you don't follow and get, if you don't actually transform your chakra, your fourth strand, heart, and your fifth strand, throat, which is fourth dimension, fifth dimension. You need to access at least up to fifth dimension. That's your doorway, your escape entrance. Otherwise, you will be facing this tyranny or extraterrestrial martial law, and this is what the Guardians talk about in Voyagers and beyond. And also when they did it in Lemuria, it's sick in the head, man. And what's really sick is that when they tried once to kill the Lemurians, they destroyed themselves. So their technology backfired and it literally destroyed Atlantis instead of Lemuria. So and it's sad because the Guardians have also made a mistake before and had a destruction and seeding too. It was the Guardian races trying to use the crystals again. Even after their lesson from Lemuria Atlantis, they went ahead and used the crystals again, and they ended up destroying Lemuria. Because they were trying to hit the Dracon in the underground tunnels, and what it did is it created this like plate tectonic problem that went out of hand, using these freaking crystals again. And so it actually, was removed. After humans did this again, they took the crystals away. They hauled them back to Sirius B because we were no longer responsible. So, and also putting the founders, the Guardians, put us in galactic quarantine. And then, you know, we have this DNA. We can't let this DNA out. This freaking DNA that's grown on this planet. They don't want it to get out there. They've done this. They've done things to like that before, the Guardians. So, in seeding 2, and which is a trip because there's a few exceptions where they will come and get involved if the Anunnaki or Draconians go too far. I think it's because when something they do affects many star systems and different levels of reality, not just our level of reality. These fallen Seraphim and fallen Elohim don't care. They don't care about rules or life. They'll break, destroy, corrupt, whatever. That's their agenda. That's their code, their creed. Mochiva. Matsitas. I, for one, love that it's ETs or angels are explained through ETs. It makes so much sense, man. Because as an indigo, or you know, I didn't know I was an indigo. Going to Christian, being forced to learn Christianity as a kid, you have no choice. The parents take you to church. And so, wow. Makaya, I was being subjected to Anunnaki, Jehovian Anunnaki brainwashing. This extraterrestrial is freaking trying to get into my mind, my brain, with these false creeds. You're gonna be living life in fear and guilt, right? Guilt is shame. You're in guilt. You're guilty. You have to accept being guilty. You have to be subservient. You have to blind worship. And for some reason, wow, you have to have put women down. No, I don't think so. You want to get lit? Somebody wants to get lit. Alia! Christ, Vato Loco! I realized who you are, Vato. I still don't know the Russian. I should have checked the Russian word. It's got to be something interesting, I'm sure. Yes, Christ is alive. What's up, vatos? You guys are awesome, man. I guess I'll get lit. It's only, yeah, we'll go for 20 more minutes or 30 minutes, you know? Yes, you're right, bro. Miss Horror, how's your back? Ah, we prayed for you the other night. Yeah, just like they live. They live. Remember Fantasy Island and Tattoo? His name was Tattoo, and he would say the plane. The plane. I love you. Yes, I think we shall talk about angels and archangels and demons and reptiles and stuff again after we get lit. And there will be more interesting data. So it behooves you. You have incentive to continue to Apache. These beings, man, think they're getting away with shit. So, let me put a picture up and I'll go get lit. Yeah. Since some of you want to get lit too, or are rolling your rawhide. Yeah. We might as well have an angel on the screen. Yes, Vato locals, let's find an angel. Let me find an angel. Machivas. Do you guys have like a whole folder of pictures on your computer in different folders and stuff? Makachivas. What? Oh, Makaya. I don't have like an angels folder, but I do have a spiritual folder that has miscellaneous spiritual stuff. And I have one that's just for spirits. Maybe it's in spirits I put angels. Oh, I see an angel. Let me put the screen on. What Chivas? Oh, this is not. This is one of those ETs. What's her name? Artemis, Diana. Wakaya Masutas. Oh, sorry, I thought it was an angel. Uchika Mositas. No, that's not an angel. Sorry, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see what the hell that was. Ovatos machevas dewana. Kochevas. Oshimasu. Hasitas. Kochivasima. Opashivas. That's not really what I wanted for an angel. My eyes aren't good. Let me turn these photos into extra large so I can see them. View large. There is no. Oh yeah, there's an extra large button. Cool. Okay, now I can see the photos, you guys. Sorry. But it sucks because now I have to scroll more often. Hey, if you guys find a feather, like this is one of the pictures it's just a simple feather, right? Well, some people say it has something to do with angels. And that's a giant amethyst geode behind me right there. Makaya. Yeah. Uvastu. Mukayas. Kachias. Where there is light, there is always some darkness. Upachiva. All kinds of angels and dark angels in there. Upachiva. Demons and these dark ones are these Chivasia. Some of you are in there following these type of creatures and things. I don't know, they say some type of dark angel. Remember this third density, density 3 archangels. Machia. Extraterrestrials, etheric beings. Wah. Apachia. Sitas. Wah. Kamasia. So we have imagination and we can think of angels, but do you really know what is an angel, Holy One? Nah. Koashia. Oh, some of you like darkness. Some of you are attracted to dark things. Oh, you like torture, you like defamation, you like this. Mwah. This is the world of Satan, you say? Of Lucifer? Where do you think is that? Okay, yeah, Matsua. A lot of you are into dark things, aren't you? You like it. It turns you on. I don't know. You just it's attractive. It's cool. It's something you like. Mokatas. Imasua. Ochima. Ikuchu. Jamatatas. Ichikipitas, Amachuma, Ikeepua. There is other worlds, other beings, Amaka. All kinds of creatures and things. Where's your mind? Where's your consciousness? What kind of things and topics are you interested in? Holy ones or unholy ones? Magi? King? Holy Grail? Dark Avatar? What is your fetish? Kuma, some of you priestcraft. Some of you are following one path, one light. Some of you are those paladins, those healers. Some of you are those witches and other kinds of deeds. Oh, what is your type? We know some of you are brewing. Some of you are casting. We know some of you practice some type of thing there. Oh, really? Why do you think there's guardians? Why do you think do we need guardians? Well, because of these dark beings. You have different kinds of beings, all kinds of gods and creatures. Oh, you must worship. You must be guilty. You have fear. Be macha. Kimasu. I practice these ways, you say. I am working the craft. I have my trade. I am this practiced one. Avasir. Okay. You don't know those principalities, man. Those reptilians, those Dracon, these creatures and things. Oh, you can't say they're dark, but wow, makache. Oh, Moshiach. Chiva kua. Netsi paso. Kia. Chipas natas. Gods in other worlds, in other levels, in other places, other understandings, other realizations, Holy One, majestic ones, guardian ones, facing those dark ones. Mwakachia. There is some war, there is some tyranny, there is some competition, there is some curiosity. What's here? Oh my, angels, feathers and things. You will find those Pegasi. We talk about the violet flame. All kinds of creatures and things and little fairies and brownies and sprites, felines and reptiles, bird people, cat people, all kinds of people, all kinds of data, all kinds of understanding. It's all about consciousness. Are you developing your consciousness? Are you going into those understandings? Are you remembering? Are you practicing? Are you real? You know, is this computing? Are you computing, holy ones? Apwachiva hamachikas. Are you expanding? Are you going someplace than where you are or have been? Hamatsu. Or are you like this? Kochopas. Sorry. You are attracted to one polarity. There's something that you find there. Some of you are searching and trying to find stuff about demons. ET, demon. ET, you're into strange, weird things. You're practicing weird, strange ways. There is a spiritual war. There is a spiritual war. You understand? I don't know why oh my gosh, my magnifying glass is broken. This happened on my other live. I gotta find out why this happens. Anyways, what do you think spirits and angels and demons, that's what we've been explaining. That's what we're explaining. Where you're being fed to or going to. What is your, what are you attracted to, man? You know? Opachia. Omaka. There's different practices and different ways. There's different types of ways. Okaya. Omachiwa. Reptiles and dragons and serpents and things. Opachia. I already showed that one, didn't I? Looks like I caught up for this folder. I didn't see this one. Ipa, all nice creatures and things. Oh, pichis. I prefer the nice ones, friendly, kind, nice, Lyran, Pleiadian, Akor, Vastitas. We are like trying to find light. We're trying to go and be light, shine light against these dark beings. You're seeing it as an ET war, a multi-dimensional war, that you are a multi-dimensional being. You're down here on Earth, but you're also up here in these worlds, man. You are with these beings, you're in this consciousness, you are this heritage. You are part of this heritage. This is a part of why you're here. You're supposed to understand this information. Oh, gotcha. Oh, Bakaya. Simasu. Some of you love serpents and snakes and all kinds of strange things. And, Masu. Iveka. Imasitas. All kinds of spirits and beings in these different realities and worlds. A lot of you are trying to understand what you are. Why is this broken? Oh, it's working now. It worked on this picture. This is the deer comes from the violet flame. So does the horse, and so do the aquatic beings. They come from the violet flame. And it's really cool because there's not much darkness. If you guys look at my diagram, which is buried now by all these pictures, let me open it again. I don't... yeah, okay. So, the violet flame, notice they're all chill. There's no dark violet flame. Now, the Necromaton is not a violet flame. It just got moved up to 11th dimension. But, so these beings are real. The Pegasus are real. They're avian, horse, deer. There is deers and horse. And, well, the bird is part gold flame. So this is a hybrid. These are the whale people. That's not a hybrid. The aquatic dolphins, not a hybrid. At least not here. And then this is simply, I don't think this is a hybrid. It's just, that's a type of being in reality, is aquatic ape. And then the bird people came in the other races. So I just made a reference to that one picture with the anything like that. Shivastu Omaya Kapachia. What is your polarity? What are you following? Are you a Skywalker? Hamakatas. Hatsu. I thought I would trick you and put a cute one. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Darkness. We have to know what it is. You have to be able to recognize it. You have to be able to defend and guard against it. Apachiva. Oh my inches. Oh pakacha. Puches. Kumanane. Ochapacha. You see all kinds of different polarities, all kinds of different vibrations. You feel the vibes. You resonating with something? Because something is here. You're part dragon, maybe. Maybe something is inside your, like a clue. You can find something you like and start to learn more about this realization. Maybe some of you are healers. Maybe some of you are warriors. You know, some of you are paladins. You're light. Some of you are into those other arts. Some of you are interested in those ways, those old ways. Moyewa Kapachias Imato. We were just talking about the drum circle. You on a path. You call it spiritual. You're spiritual. Koma. There's all kinds of creation out there. Are you connecting to those angels and ETs? Are you is your God of anger and wrath? Are you experiencing that? Well, gee, it's not a good sign. Oh, it's better to meditate and connect with your guardian races. Be nice. Stop being bad. Be nice. Can you be nice? Please? I don't know. Akayawas. There's some mystery there. There's something there. Osivas. Something there. We're talking about vampires again. Wow. Chiva. Kata. People like darkness. Some people like horror. Some people just like having dark thoughts. I would rather have good thoughts, and I would rather, you know, do something positive. Positive. I don't know if I showed this one already. Oh yeah, I did. That's like reminds me of like a Lemurian. This reminds me of Peru. Kind of. That's a different medicine, but you know. Chivas. I love you guys. I'll put the camera back on, but it just went off. Let me change it. But let me change this. Oh, Pachi. This is just one folder, dude. Damn. That was one folder. This is a different kind of folder. Ipashi. All right, I'm switching the battery, and I should go get lit. And then we'll go deeper and talk more about these angels and archangels and demons and crazy topics like that, right? Yeah. I'm putting the camera on before I do that, though. Wait a second. Losness is in the house. Holy One, thank you for being here. I didn't turn it on, sorry. Yeah! What's up, Vato Locos? What's going on, Holmes? You know I'm part Hispanic, right? So I can say Vato. I'm not being disrespectful. I used to actually say that when I was younger. Like, to my friends who were not Hispanic. I didn't care, you know. I started liking learning some Spanish words, but sometimes you don't grow up around it, so I didn't learn all of the Spanish, but that's not my fault. That happens. Society says you must do this. I've had people offended because I didn't speak Spanish. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, start a conversation and get mad because I didn't know Spanish and think there's something wrong with me. You know, this is early spiritual lessons when people are trying to make you feel bad. We're going to feel good. You ready to feel good? We're going to get lit and everything lights up. Whoa. Whoa. You might see angels. So, or demons. Depends on your polarity. So, yeah, you guys are awesome, man. So cool. We'll do this. Let's pick a cool picture. I don't know what this is. Oh, I don't have it on large again. I gotta put it on large, extra large. View extra large. Photo. Wow. Oh, here's a cool photo, man. Okay, let me share this with you guys. Then I'll get lit. I'll get lit while I show this nice photo. Not this one, but here it is. What the hell? My Zoom is not working. There. I'll be back, Vato Locos. Let me get lit. It takes about 90 seconds. Machiwa. Thank you for spending time with me today. We'll go for about 20 to 30 more minutes after I get back. It'll take 90 seconds. I'll be right back. Thank you. Let's make love. Yeah. Starseed sex. Come on. Machiwa. I won't tell anybody if you won't. Sorry, I'm being silly. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I'm back. Let me turn the camera light back on. Alright, now we're back. Okay. Let me refresh the Photoshop because it's now full of pictures, right? I love you guys. How you doing? Kochimasi, yeah. Yes, yeah. Cool, yeah. Just need to, blow my nose and then we'll be all set. It's been an interesting broadcast today. We'll see where it takes us now. It wasn't that strong of a hit because it was the last hit, but it's still a boost, a small boost. Kochimas. Okay. So, angels are in the 6th dimension and archangels are in density 3. So, we are still able to connect to that aspect of ourselves. Mokuye Ochibas Otsuchima. And we have this history and corruption and distortion in these holy books, and we talk about from the Christos perspective how they were corrupted by these different ET races. And it's not just religion, it's in science, or not science, well, in the history of the Sumerians. The Sumerians talk about some of these extraterrestrials, but we go deeper. You don't hear, like you would say, what's this guy who came out with all these books about the 12th planet, and he started talking about the Anunnaki. Zachariah Sitchin. Excuse me. This is not from a Zachariah Sitchin point of view. This is not from, science or religion point of view. This is an extraterrestrial, a spiritual being, spiritual realities point of view. And so we get legends, we get mythologies, like every time I make a video about Anunnaki, you got Google trying to convince you, Google trying to convince you that it's not accurate. Only Wikipedia is accurate. So now this is ETs, but it's still a spiritual war, because you think of this from a multi-dimensional point of view, and that there is higher races, and some of those higher races, ET races, are called angels. It's a level of consciousness, not really necessarily biology. This is an actual, that's what ETs are. Etheric beings, most of them are archangels and are etheric, ghost-like. So we got all our ideas all mixed up down on Earth. Notice there's so many different religions about God and what reality is. There's many, right? You can't count them. There's so many different religions and ideas. So there's something wrong, not right, not accurate. There's some distortion, not complete truth. You would say 100%. That's a distortion. Would be like, wow, like maybe it's only 30%, not really 50%. So half truths or less. You're getting half truths or less. But the half that isn't truth, man, it's telling you that God is pissed off. He's angry. And it's a he. It's a he, and that he is angry. Oh, there's no mom. There's no grandma. There's no wife. There's only a father and his son. So, this is one idea. So, and the same religion puts female down here. How do you ladies feel about that part? Do you just literally accept it as a good Christian woman or a good Muslim woman? You just, okay, I'm lesser than the man. You just take it? You just accept it? I'm not a lady, so you have to tell me. Ladies, do you accept that? Is it feel, do you resonate with that? Do you resonate with that? Oh yeah, the man's the king of the castle. The woman came out of the unholy, the female came out of the godly male. So not even God created, what? No, man created, God created through man. Whatever. It's not lesser. It's bullshit. Sorry, I call it bullshit. Females are half. They're half of you. And that goes vice versa, honey. Girls, ladies, women power. Guys are half. So maybe you don't like men, and then a girl doesn't like, a boy doesn't like girls. He's got a problem with girls. Well, you are a girl sometimes. You understand reincarnation? Was it your idea that you always look the same and that you're always a boy or girl? Is that your idea? You keep the same appearance, you think? Here's a quick question to just totally, what's that called? Debunk that idea. That you think that you're reincarnating with the same appearance. Let me just debunk that. Besides becoming male, female, male, female. You have different parents. You don't have the same parents. So, how would you be physically look the same? You see? I just debunked your shit right there. If you look the same in 1920 as you do in 2022, dude, your parents in 1900s were not the same as the parents that gave you the body in the 2000s. Is this hard to understand? You're not looking the same, vato. And sometimes you're different gender. Sometimes you're a different race. Okay? In the pool of the race of human, in the pool of human race are different color tones. Wow. So what? Different tribes. Okay. So sometimes you're not even the same race. You could be one of the other brown skin, black skin, yellow skin. It's just part of the pool for you to reincarnate. Or are you going to just follow one template? Are you just one race? Or maybe you're just a Lemurian, a root race, an Earthseed. So, we realize that this is a big, giant experiment. Damn! And the angels are involved because they're ETs. You're worshiping some of them. They say, I am God. I am your God. What? No, you're not. I don't believe in you. You're not my God. So it's up to you. Maybe you say, I am God. And then someone else says, that's blasphemy. I am God like consciousness. I am one. And they don't believe that. They think it's bullshit. They think, no, there's a boy God. And he's mad, and he gets revenge on the poor Egyptians. He does terrible things to their kids and other stuff. And he tells, some of the people in the Bible to go kill their son. Just to test them. Dude, what the hell? If you had a brother or an uncle or sister who did horrible things to you, something's wrong with that person who's trying to torture animals, torture you, who likes to do dark shit like that. Something is not right. Something is dark. It's dark. Shit, man. Some of you have dark shit inside your thoughts. Huh? You like your nipples got hard when you saw those dark stuff, 'cause you like it deformed and all scary and horror. It's the consciousness of this type of creature, the consciousness of that type of energy. You know, those creatures could torture you and do things to your children, and you know, it's normal for them. Well, you don't think those things at all. That's not your patterns. Those thoughts, not all people have those kind of imaginations. You have darkness inside your thoughts. Check. It doesn't mean you're lost and hopeless. No. You know, you can change this vibration by changing your thoughts. Even if you do have the DNA of an Anunnaki or reptilian, you, as a spirit consciousness, decide otherwise. You're stuck in that body, unfortunately, but you can still learn how to evolve from this scenario. Because there's something called DNA host matrix, where you're kind of be like regrow your DNA, even if you don't have, let's say you don't even have 12 strands. Well, what if you only have like less than 10? Oh, this person doesn't want to be evil no more. This energy, this consciousness goes to a guardian race to please change, please help me go back to the light and have the DNA of the light, which is a 12 strand or higher, right? So this being would have to agree to living in the body of with an Elohim soul in a human body called an indigo. Well, it's not really human, right? But an indigo type 3. Some of you are indigo 3s. You are like these angels, these high-level beings coming in to be, to have these two souls inside of you, not one. An angel and a devil, a demon inside you. Does it feel like you have dark thoughts and good thoughts mixed? That's not me. I don't think that way. And it bothers you. You don't know what that is. Why do you think in such dark ways with your own family or friends, partners? Why are you so dark to people? You have this inside of your DNA, dude. This is your identity. You're fighting it. Until you realize what you are, you don't know what the F is going on. Even indigo children sometimes don't know what the hell is going on. This is a weird world. Sometimes you have psychic experiences and it scares the shit out of you. Sometimes you see spirits. Sometimes you see darkness. Sometimes you see shadow beings and something following you, a little animal or familiar. You got some dark energies like that. That means you have many lives like that. It's your pattern. It's your main pattern. I know that sometimes I've had dark lifetimes in other dimensions, right? Well, eventually you want to have your entire family come back to source light. You can do it one life, you're as a greater spirit identity, as one of these Christed avatars. Well, that identity sees multitudes of yourselves at once. We can't think in that level right now, not even close. But we can understand multiple personalities, right? How can this person have separate individual selves? Okay? So, what does it mean to be demon possessed if they're not really demons? What is this consciousness? I talk about disembodied consciousness. Remember, because of the cataclysm of Tara, in Tara originally, there was destruction to Tara. Part of the planet fell, and energy collapsed or fell in a star. Stars have these portals, right? Stars are gates. It's a star, a Merkaba. In the center is that horizon, walk through the gate, Holy One. Are you listening to this message? If you're hearing this message, you are the resistance. Machiwa vakache vasutas. Thank you for being here, Vatos. And I call you holy because you are. And you can have others say otherwise, but realize. Oh, you don't realize. Those of you know who you are, your Christed self. You know you are. You're not sometimes or later going to be Christed. You are now Christed. You're not Christed. You're not connecting to your Christed self. That is your falling. What do you call it? It's like a quality that's like not a good quality. A failing or something. You're Matona Itichiga Sata Ishua Kamania can you besita Sasita Costume Nama Boko Anti Shiva Sanchiko Sota Imoso. Wow, that was interesting. That was kind of different for sure. Cheers, mate. What's going on? Yeah, man. This is the beginning of something big on my channel. First we talked about the extraterrestrials. Then we get the people into science interested in the multiverse and the dimensions and the different matter forms. Scientists would love to know more about different universes. Shit. Okay? Well, this shit is real. Makoya. Machita. This particum, this ultra micro particles, this whole process of, it's like a fission and fusion, flashing on, flashing off of the, it's like we are particle and antiparticle existing at the same time. We have a doppelganger, dude. This is what it is to have a human DNA template, is to be in this a parallel universe. And so while you have all your lifetimes and incarnations here in this world, well, you have them also in the parallel. The not same ones, obviously. You have the opposite ones, the other version ones. So wouldn't you like to meet your parallel? I'm watching this TV series called Fringe. I've seen it all before. I finished the whole series a long time ago, but it's been years, and so I'm re-watching it, and it's awesome. And it does go into the parallel universe topic. So if you guys are really into science fiction, check out Fringe. It's really awesome. It's an old show now, but you can find it on HBO Max or just find some discs or whatever. And a lot of you who are indigos or starseeds, light workers, empaths, you're into that kind of stuff. You like science fiction. You like stuff like Harry Potter and fantasy-oriented dragons and magic and these are characteristics of what you experienced in these other worlds, you're connected to them directly, multi-dimensionally, and you can pick up on that. You can pick up on those connections. You can experience those aspects, and vice versa. No, they can experience you sometimes. Sometimes they can suddenly see you, feel you, and it's just you. It's not a stranger. It's part of, maybe it's a different polarity than you, but it can't harm you. It's just over there. It's not like Jet Li, the one who goes around and killing his other selves. Oh, that wouldn't that be interesting? So, more cool. That's cool though that you have a movie, Hollywood movie, talking about that kind of shit. Chumatatas, ititikitas, yeah, suba patanya chua sita samanatatia. Man, this is some serious translation going on. Whoa. Surchivas. Strong code coming in. Machitas. Oh, laziness. Thank you, princess. You're awesome. You're so cool. Mi familia. Thank you, sister. You're so kind. Oh, let me read that. Sorry. Could you explain what dragons date back to? Are they Anunnaki? Which genetic lineage are they? Good question, Holy One. No problem. Good. And dragons are draconian, and I'll show you right now. The Anunnaki are the separate faction. You can mostly it's these two factions, the Anunnaki against the Draconian. But there's actually a third faction, not as well known, but just as important and powerful, called the Necromaton. So you have Anunnaki, which you just mentioned, and then the opposing gangster faction, because they compete against each other. It's called the Draconian Matrix. And just realize that the Draconians include the Dracon, but also the insectoid, Greys, the Zeta. Now, there's a whole bunch of different insectoids, starting with the Athean, praying mantis, the giant tall ones, but there's a bunch of little Zetas. There's tall Greys, then there's, the Zephylium. Well, there's some that are really powerful and advanced, the Zephylium, and then there's, like, distorted ones, dark insects, beings, like the Zeta Greys, Zeta Reticuli, Zeta Regalian. These are races that don't value life, and these are part friends because they both come out of the Gold Flame races, so they kind of like buddied up and came together. And there's another reptilian race called the Odedicron, which are actually reptile avians, and these reptile avians are part of the Dracons as well. So that's a big organization. I mean, it's a big force. It's different than the Anunnaki. These are dinosaurs, reptiles, insects, lizards, and birds. Bird races come out of the Gold Flame Seraphim. And that's how that's how some other creatures have wings. Just like hominids come out of Lirin Sirin Anuhazi. All hominids. Well, all birds come out of the Ceres Seraphim Gold Flame race. And they're a guardian race, the Ceres bird people. But other races have gotten hold of their genetics, and that's what the Odedicron are. They're basically reptiles with bird features, like plumes coming down their back and neck, and having some type of feathery type of things around their arms. And you know what a raptor looks like. Like, they do have avian raptors. So these are talked about People have witnessed them and seen them in the earth, in the subterranean. There's some living, and they're these races you would say are extraterrestrial. Just like you would say dinosaurs are from Earth, but they're not. They were put on Earth as an experiment on Earth. Wow. Now we have insects and reptiles from this period. So these are from Gold Flame. They love to conquer planets, put their DNA on planets. So we assume, like many things, humans assume dinosaurs are from Earth. Like there can't be some extraterrestrial stuff going on, right? They don't believe in that space stuff. Other planets, maybe, with other beings and stuff. So some people do, some people don't have such a flexible mind, apparently. It's like so foreign to think that kind of stuff, that there's lizard creatures that are more powerful than humans. BS. I don't believe you, Fabian. I think humans are the center of the universe, and we live on a flat Earth, and it's hollow, and everybody looks at Earth because we're special and the center of everything. No. I love you. I'm gonna rub your body and stuff. Kiss and touch and I don't know, maybe. Anyways, where'd that come from? I don't know, but I think we're just feeling good, and that's okay to feel good. You don't need to judge me, but you're gonna judge me anyways, so. Some of you are full of love and hearts and emojis that are sweet. Others of you like to take a poop on my doorstep. Chimositas. Jenny! Medley! I wish I could pin your comment. That was awesome. Thank you, sister. Maybe? Wait. What? I don't know. It's not letting me do anything. Grace Aquarius! Yeah. Stuff happened in the past. Yeah, it has a funny way of repeating itself. We don't seem to learn. Some people don't learn from history, man. It's like, damn, you're setting yourself back. You're not moving forward. You're not progressing. It's called regressing. Going backwards instead of forwards. De-evolving instead of evolving. Descending instead of ascending. Wow, I don't like the sound of that option. That is not an option for me. I'm only going towards the light, sorry. Have fun with your, reptilian stuff. Not all reptiles are bad, okay? Not all Anunnaki are bad. Because some people will complain about me talking about the Anunnaki, and they can't stop themselves from writing a comment that says, not all Anunnaki are bad. I know, Holy One. I'm not talking about the good ones. I'm talking about the ones who were bad. Okay? Don't worry, I know. I know that there's good Vato Loco Anunnaki. They built our freaking Sphinx. They taught the Assyrians Egyptians how to do it. So now the Hebrews also helped build the freaking pyramid, dude. And it's like 40,000, 50,000 years ago. Damn. You say we don't know even... You don't even think humans lived over 10,000 years ago. You think humans were born according to some bishop in the Catholic Church saying hundreds of years ago that, oh, The Bible says the earth is only 6,000 years old. Oh, really? I don't think so. It's not only older than 6,000, 10,000, 20,000 years. It's millions of years old, our race. But not all of that history is on Earth, in the third dimension. We have history in other dimensions, but also, don't forget, other time cycles of every planet. So on this planet, we're going to have repeating different time cycles. Wow. So we don't just have this time around, we have other times around, other cycles. So it becomes interesting. Thank you guys for coming to my live and hanging around and chit-chatting there. Habs 313. Yes. See Matt. Ditto, Jazzy Gems, cool, fun, spriteful name. I want a Jazzy Gem. Adam, no. Oh yeah, Adam. Naveed, welcome Naveed. It's okay, you can go downstairs. Habs 313, Earth Tara Gaia. Yeah, you know your shit, man. What's up? It's actually Earth Tara Gaia Armatena. Keep going. Oh, Lazarus knows what's up. What's up, Lazarus? That's right. Not everyone's aware of Armatena. That's okay. We just are manifesting that memory again, you guys. We're sharing it. We're spreading it. And you could say there's a time in history where that planet was destroyed, yes. But there's some time vectors where it still exists. So. And the same with Avion. They destroyed freaking Avion planet. These were all in Lyra system. And planet Avion and planet Aramentana were both destroyed. It was only planet Vega that was still hanging around. But by that time, all of those reptiles and lizards and insects and things all left Vega. Not all, but most. And went into the Orion system. They went and traveled throughout the Orion system and now have, unlike the planets Alnatak, Alnalam, Epoxy and Lao, we have different planets that these alien ETs, Dragon, Dracon are coming from. And they're a big a reckoning. You can't just ignore the lizard in the room. Machua. You could say, you can call them dragons. The dragons are kicking ass and ruling. Mostly, they're winning, I think. But it doesn't count out the Anunnaki because they're powerful. They're 11-dimensional beings. They're not chumps. They're higher than Dracon. Doesn't mean they can't lose, but Machua. Now there's leverage with the Necromaton. Beetle, tortoise people. I mean, I don't want to meet any of those creatures, right? They don't sound very nice. You know, like this Azrael-like creature. Like these little creatures that fly, flapping their wings and coming to bite your neck. They're just wicked beings that just want to eat you or something not good. Maybe put you in some ritual and cook you alive and they'll all feast on your flesh. You know, these beings are just sick. Some of you fit right in with them. I hope not. I hope you're doing your ego work, right? And doing your shadow work. And then you will connect to these guardian angels, archangels, who are guardians. They're not guardian angel. Just like there's not a twin flame. Humans have imagination, romantic ones. So, what we have is this Pochivasi. Oh my gosh. So, you can kind of like look at the Bible a little bit differently, you know. Isn't it interesting they mentioned one of these ET races? They mentioned an extraterrestrial race in the Bible. In Genesis. When they talked about the Nephilim. The Nephilim are a hybrid of these Anunnaki. And they're not only the hybrid, but they created the freaking... They spent time creating... they engineered a distorted human. You call... Well... Not caveman, what do they call it? Cro-Magnon. And there's different stages of genetics that were first there was a hybrid made that wasn't given permission. They just took the DNA and made it hybrid. So the Guardians had to heal this race through host matrix. It took several generations of Cro-Magnon. Wait, what's the other race called? You got Cro-Magnon and... I can't remember, guys. Yeah, I can't... My brain is not remembering the word for that. But it's part of a distorted human. It's not pre-human. They try to convince you it's before human. It's what made up human. Or there's some missing link to that. Cro-Magnon, whatever. Let me see. Someone else probably. Neanderthal. Thank you. Neanderthal. So there's different levels of Cro-Magnon. Level 1, 2, 3. But Neanderthal and then Cro-Magnon. The Neanderthal is the hybrid. That's the distorted human that these creatures, that these ETs made. Hybrid. One of the hybrids. Those Cro-Magnons are levels of Guardians doing host matrix repair back to our human. So it's like an advanced concept, maybe you don't understand, but these Anunnaki distorted this race. Guardians know it's not the being's fault. They were created with a purpose. But the Guardians will go out of their way to try to fix their DNA. And that could take stages. To go back to get these beings to reincarnate in stages back into human. Before the Anunnaki distorted them. Trying to make a hybrid. Half Anunnaki this. Because those Anunnaki are not true Anunnaki. They're hybrids with Dracon. So you're not getting a true form like an Anunnaki form. It's an Anunnaki draconian form now. So you got some weird combinations like the bird, reptile, insect, Anunnaki. No, well, bird, reptile plus Anunnaki. And a Omicron dragon moth plus Anunnaki. And an Anu Elohim plus Anunnaki. You got some weird creatures, dude. Serpents, lizards, reptiles. And they're not nice. And they follow something called the Luciferian Covenant. So, while we talk about angels, there's dark angels right there. And just like in the diagram, you can see the angels' races on the dark side. Some of these angels, you can see in our history, what you call mythologies, right? Wait, did I put the pictures back up? I'm opening the pages back up. Because they're just angels, angels, angels. Kamachivas. Different periods of time. 97,000 AD, 120,000 AD, 163,000 AD. Way in the future, they can change shape, change form. These are just higher extraterrestrials. And you follow the blue all the way here, you can see that these are all archangels. Malevolent dinos are dark angels. Malevolent insectoids are these etheric beings too. These are etheric beings. They're all etheric. Gargoyles are etheric. Cephalheim, Avian, Anu, Draco, Azrael, dark angels. All these, if you're in here, you're an archangel. All these are archangels. Hyperbornians, I mean. A race called the Anu, the Pleiadian etheric ape. These are all archangels. These are races that are archangels. The Leonines are archangels. The Arcturians, the good ones, are archangels. There are some bad ones down right over here. A bad Arcturian mixed with Draco Anunnaki. That's a weird hybrid called a blue human. Azerite. They stole some of the Azerite DNA. This mighty race. That's why there's a race called Azrael, which is a... See, it says it's a Azerite plus an Anunnaki plus a gargoyle. The gargoyles are a high-level race, actually. They're an etheric race. They're archangel. These beings, well, dark archangel. And so this is their little creature that they made. And these have the name for dark angels. Azraelites. The Azraelites is an Azerite plus an Anunnaki plus the gargoyle DNA. Becomes this lovely creature in these density 2. They got other scary creatures. But notice there's a lot of light races. There's a lot of positive guardian angelic nations. Now, I couldn't fit any information on this. That's what this shit is. That's what all of these tables are for stuff that didn't fit in density 1. You have a whole bunch more races that we have dealt with. And you're going to learn about this weird-ass reality that we live in. You really do have something that's like a vampire. We really do have realities with angels that are extraterrestrials. There's the Nephilim. There's our Nephilim race. In the Bible. Holy Nephilim, huh? Holy Elohim, huh? Holy Jehovah, huh? Yeah, holy, alright. Machitas. And then your precious Sumerian gods are from other worlds. They're from Nibiru. They're created and put on Nibiru. The Inki Anunnaki, the Enlil Anunnaki. Where are they? I kind of forgot for a moment where Enlil is. I thought it was Odedicron. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not seeing it, or I just didn't put it on here. I'm tripping out. I'll have to make a note of that. I don't have Enlil. Enlil's not on here. So I'll have to make another version of this map. And there's a couple things I also forgot that I made notes on. I just like to remember the Enlils. I don't see Inky. I see Inky, but not Enlil. Which I know, I believe it's on the races here for the hybrids. But look, man, the Men in Black's a real race, and a Luciferian is a real thing. There was Marduk, Enlil. Well, so we found Marduk. We just didn't find Enlil yet. And this race called a million Anunnaki. Is it on here? Let me see. A million Anunnaki. A million. Dude, don't tell me I don't have this either. Oh, there it is. This a million Anunnaki. Check this out. This is an Inky Lolitan, which is a Luciferian, mixed with the reptilian Satan family. Lolitan, Lucifer, and Satan. Anunnaki wickedness, and reptilian wickedness in one race called a million. A million. I don't know if I say that right. A million Anunnaki. Remember, these are all hybrids. There's only one real Anunnaki race, and that's the Jehovian. Of course, I get it. Giovanni, Dark Avatars, baby. That's the Anunnaki. Everything else is a lower version of this real version. And remember, it's this right here. Jehovian Anunnaki, which created your God in these lower worlds. People are worshiping Jehovah way down here, man, and it's not even a being. It's a collective. You got to realize that after density 1, everything after this is a collective. You're a collective here. You're collective. You're a collective, a bigger collective. You're a giant collective. So you're not just an individual all the time. All right, let me go back. It's getting late, you guys, so I better stop. But once again, you kind of lose track of time, and it's a very interesting topic, and there's a lot to talk about. So, thank you for being here, Lazarus. And also Leo was here earlier. He usually comes in. Sometimes he doesn't. That's fine. Selena, I don't have that problem. It doesn't look like there's a problem. I'm getting your message though. Thank you for being here. Neanderthal. Yeah, you helped me. Thank you. You're right, Christ. That would be awesome. Because think about it. It would make a freaking great movie. They just kind of made some weird concept with that movie called Ascension or Jupiter Rising. Dude, I keep making that mistake, and I bet you I can find it in less than 9 seconds. I just have to put the word movie and then put the word Jupiter. Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending. With Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum, whatever. It has Sean Bean in there. I like that actor. But they have Dracon in this freaking movie, man. Let me go back to the window. Oh, it's okay, dear. It's all right. Yeah, Jupiter Ascending, right? I just said it, like Jupiter. And this was a good science fiction flick, man. They had some really good scenes in there with different creatures and aliens. But part of the mythology of the movie was that the Draco were subordinate to these like human oligarchs who lived on other planets and shit, and they were like the rulers, and they actually owned some of these planets, including Earth. And it was this Mila Kunis character who discovered she wasn't really human, that she's actually part of these oligarchies, and then they had these little lizard creature draconians, where they're little people, they're employees. No, man, it's the other way around. In the what's going on out there. Yeah, I love that movie. It was good. I don't like that actress very much, but the movie was freaking awesome. And there's a lot of like similar movies. I like science fiction type of movies. And a lot of you who are like this type of starseeds, you would like Prometheus. Prometheus gives you that kind of vibe. That, you know, you start talking about other DNA of aliens, and you start talking about other worlds, and you show them, and well, that's what humans are part of too. We're part of this out of this world stuff. We're part of other worlds. We're from other worlds. We're advanced in higher levels. We are galactic. We are spacefaring. We are highly evolved technologically and spiritually and psychically. Our bodies are different, more evolved. We're just at a lower version right now. Eventually we will go through metamorphosis, go through a spiritual ascension, and go to the higher realities and start living in spiritual lessons in those realities. You'll have new lessons. Remember, this is all chakra. You're going in each chakra, every one is a different lesson. Most humans are still going over the mind. They're still trying to get past this point. Others of you on a spiritual path are now dealing with this spiritual lessons. Some of you are working on 5D, this spiritual lessons. Some of you are developing clairvoyance, the third eye. 1, 2, 3. This is not Cyclops. I just said 1, 2, 3. You have 3 eye. Your third eye, though, I'm talking about. So we have this eye. Vision. Vision of what? Of the 6th dimension. This is dimension of current. You see bones and blood and flesh, hair, nails. You see body. This is energy. There's a structure of energy. There is actual running energy. There's no way hasn't been someone who's discovered this in science naturally. You can measure these currents. They exist in our planet. It streams from her chakra. These chakra are portals to these worlds, dimensions. So if you, as a being that lives on Earth, if you opened up your 5th chakra, you would connect to the 5th dimension through Earth's chakra. So you are connected to her. It's a her. It's a magnetic planet. We are having this spiritual identity. There's a sun is a being. That's also a spiritual being. Just a much more complex one, right? So, just like we have stargates, so do planets, and so do stars, and most highly evolved extraterrestrial races, including these angels in density 3, density 2, density 1, extraterrestrials, angels. These beings are, ET war, angel war, angelic war. So these ETs are Machivas, masters of time and space, going through this gateway and going to that world at that time, in the past, in the future. That's an advantage to races who don't know that technology. This whole Guardian project of DNA down here happened through traveling back into time. They traveled back to time to create this in this world. These races, they created something called the sphere of Amente. So we can have when you die on a planet, you must have your morphogenetic field. Naturally, it's in the planet. But we're not from Earth. Our soul, our consciousness, identity is Tara. This is not our home. But the project was made. I mean, literally, you could say it was transmuted from Tara, became a piece of it, became Earth. So it is, you could say, it is partly our home, but some weird distorted version of our home, where you die and you suffer. We don't want to stay in a suffering, dying world. Just know that part. You think you're happy. Maybe some of you are feeling happiness, but if you were living in a living world, you were feeling real currents running through your body. You were seeing undeniable anomalies all around you, inside the earth, inside people, inside animals, and just like this character, Lucy. I love that movie, Lucy. She starts, after she's congested this special crystalline type of drug or whatever it is, it's blue meth or something. I like this. It's blue something. She starts turning on her psychic powers, and she can start to see different levels of the reality that most humans don't see. This is simply psychic ability, psychic perception. You have them activated, and others don't. There's a population of us that are activating, who are talking to ETs, who are experiencing other aspects of oneself, other aspects of the collective consciousness. If you listen to the law of one from this raw material, law of one, the raw material books, there's 5 of them, they talk about distortion. That as you come into the time matrix, well, they don't talk about that high level stuff, but that God, as it individualizes, and it's an it, as it individualizes into an individual experience, it's not an individual, it's a perceived experience, well, then that can forget. It's lesser. It's not the original. You're lesser. And you become lesser if you fall into something called unconscious oblivion. You don't want to go into unconscious oblivion, holy ones. You forget your identities, your memories. You become recycled consciousness by Source. Source creates new consciousness. There's a cycle of life, of ascended masters coming in and going out, of races being created and developing and evolving or de-evolving, individuals evolving or de-evolving. Some of you are de-evolving. We're high race, starseeds are high stellar races coming to Earth at a low, dangerous consciousness level to help you. On my channel, Christos Avatar is about starseeds and about this ascension process, about the angels and archangels who are living the etheric crystal silicate matter fields, which you call archangels, which are also called, by the way, oversouls. You've heard of soul. Well, the higher level is oversoul. Angel, archangel, soul, oversoul. And remember, what's after oversoul? Avatar. Not like this word used in video games, not like this name used in the movie, but avatar as a level of fourth density consciousness, as Christed consciousness. That is Makochi, greater than Archangel. So remember, Archangel isn't the most baddest. You think of it from the Bible and religion, they tell you that. It's the most powerful, greatest race. And they talk about God and Jehovah. And we don't we'll mock or deny or what do you call? Judge. Because all are one. Law of one. All are God. And we know the mechanics of the Matrix. The mechanics of the Matrix is it's possible to forget your true identity. What do you think most humans are? They're forgetting. They don't remember. They don't believe you. They don't believe me. They don't believe others. Talking about Atlantis and Lemuria and past lives. You see little children telling you past lives. It's impossible. How can they do that? Well, maybe you might start reconsidering the stuff you don't believe in. That's not possible to remember past lives. How's that little kid is making it up? Guess what? They proved it. They found the person he used to be. I mean, the family. He knew, this little kid knew all the details of this older man that he used to be, that he died. He became reincarnated, and as a little kid started remembering that life and that death, and could talk about it in great detail. So with that great detail, some people went out and investigated and found out it was all true. And they even arranged a meeting with this little kid who is the soul consciousness of the previous life. These are psychic kids. These are indigo kids. You guys make fun of that shit. You don't think indigos are real. You think it's a bunch of malarkey, right? Well, some of you know what's up. Because you've had undeniable experiences. Have you had an undeniable experience yet? Something that confirmed these other worlds and beings. That it's not a joke. It's not something to, I don't know what you're thinking. What do people think? You don't know. Shit. A scam? Some trick? No. This is a pretty complex and lots of information, lots of data. It speaks for itself. It blows your mind. It's unbelievable. I found this information in 2010. And you guys, I've had a recent communication telling you I don't give source material. Or I don't put where I get the source. First of all, have you been watching me today? Have I been reading anything? Have I been having a cue card or stuttering or anything? This is all coming out of my brain. So I have people saying I'm copying Ashiana's work when I'm not copying her work. Does it look like I'm copying her work? Okay. I gave credit to her. Maybe you missed the part where her organization did a YouTube strike on me. So I did have her name on all and hashtags on my videos, Holy One. I had to remove them. I was forced to remove them. Do you understand? We're not just copying and pasting. This is coming from my soul, my energy, my memory code, my matrix, my chivassia. I just had to say that because that's kind of fresh. My chivas. I met her in person, and I would love to give her credit, but they don't want that. Hello. So, okay. I still say her name. I still say Voyagers and Oceana Dean. I do give credit. You know where I got it. I talk about Lisa Renee. I talk about Oceana. I'm not hiding it. I'm not copying and pasting. I am the genuine real deal. I don't, if I make a mistake, tell me and I will correct it. Don't sit there and tell me that I am doing something wrong. I am helping people. You see feedback. No, I'm not reading jack shit. I'm not copying shit. This is Fabian. This is me. I'm not standing by myself. I'm not saying it's coming from me. Hello. Right here. Up front. Just have to say, you know. I love you guys. And I know some of you are cool and don't judge and don't tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. Wow, you're guardian. Elchimatatas. Oh, this is also a person who's also showing hours of Oceana's videos without saying this is Oceana Dean and this is her website. Chimasu. And by the way, this guardian knowledge is a work in progress. That means some of you are going to be building this knowledge. Some of us are part of this knowledge. I'm not the only one. Many of us are Wachima. And also someone else had to say some shit that I'm copying. Look, I'm sitting here being frank and honest. They're saying I'm copying Lisa Renee. Dude, I don't spend time on Lisa Renee's site. I think she's guardian and she's a student of Oceana. Did you not know that? She comes from Oceana's teachings. Her ascension is from her Oceana's information. I didn't copy that. They copied her. That is another ascension dictionary. That is not Oceana. That is not her. Their information. That is Oceana's information. And there's another dictionary, a third one. And they're listing all of different workshops that come from Oceana's work. Okay? Is that clear or maybe not clear? This is me, man. From the raw. This is not some copy paste. And I hope you can appreciate that. Thank you. And last night was awesome. If you guys were here, if you missed last night's live, check it out. I even put that on the Spiritual Awakening playlist because that was a teaching video. That was straight up Fabian style Oceana Dean, okay? I am not connected to her, but I learned the knowledge and I talk about it and I teach it. And I don't copy and paste. I actually spend hours and hours and hours on these diagrams and on the content that I put here. I didn't copy no Ascension Dictionary, and that there's 3 of them. Lisa has one, some other person has one, and there's a third one on a PDF floating around out there. Other people are working on the work, adding to the work. They're also guardians. Oh, wow, that's right. There's 10 million guardian races alone in Guardian Alliance. It's an alliance. It's not a solo, one-person thing. Not one person owns all this Guardian Alliance information. The information is actually called Maharata. It's hundreds of thousands, millions of billions of years old. Over 950 billion years old. You want to know why? because this information is coming from, whoa, is coming from the Melchizedek, Ascended Master. This is coming from the Ascended Master level. It's not from an ET race. It's not even from a meta-terrestrial Rishi, solar beings. This is coming from outside the time matrix. This is coming from those levels. So, just so you know, it's not some old Dead Sea Scroll thing. It's not some Sumerian tablet thing. It's some technology on discs, holographic discs, that you can connect to energetically. There's something going on in that crystalline technology, Holy One. Even the Aztecs, the Inca, and the Maya got those crystal skull things going on. This is data. This is technology. This is what we will be using as technology and energy in the future. Crystals are our friends. There are technology. There are it's a great blessing. I feel good, like I know that I would. So you feel like energized sometimes, like this. You feel it lit up. That's why we call it lit up. It's a positive thing. It's a cool thing, you know? And I'm a psychonaut. That means you go with psychedelic to transform into this other It's the most profound things I've ever experienced in my entire life. It's the most raw, the most profound, the truest connection I've ever had is through this medicine. So hell yeah, Makache, microdose that shit, Montoya. Go into another alchemy. Go into another psychonaut. You are a traveler, a true traveler. I'm just cruising through those realms, those reality fields. So, have you met anything interesting out there? Yeah. Maybe it's not human. Of course not. You're in a multiverse. What are you talking about? Expect variety. Expect something strange and weird and not from this plane of existence. I love you guys. I'm gonna close it down. I'm here every night, so if you guys like some of what you've heard, come back again. Also have about 5 or 6 different playlists, so please take a look at some of those. You can see some of my most popular videos, some of my most oldest videos, whatever you want. I have different playlists. Check them out. I have a playlist for the shorts, playlist for the lives. I have a playlist just about I was going to say Ashiana Dean, but I had to remove that. I have a playlist about the Master Templar. I have a playlist about the well, I put the most popular ones that are up front, so you're not wasting your time. We're teaching a lot of information, and it's raw. It's raw, man. It's coming from I'm not copying. If anything, I am. What's that called? Adding to. I'm adding. Like Lisa Renee, she's giving her contribution. I am giving my contribution. If you guys look at Ashiana's diagram of the time matrix, it's very simplified. And that's okay. I'm just saying we are indigos too. We have contribution. We can learn this knowledge because we're supposed to, because we're part of it too. You learn this knowledge. It's profound knowledge. It's not some simple Reiki, yoga, some religion. It's a true science, spiritual science, man, that transfigurates you. You're going to learn why, you're also going to learn so many bad things that we do and we think they're good. And you're going to find out the Guardians are trying to warn you, no, they're not good. And this is why. They won't just say, oh, you got to not do this or you got to do this. I love you guys. Namaste. Love yourself. Peace. Inner peace. Bliss. Joy. Moksha. Smata. Oh my God. Yeah. What they said. Namaste, holy ones. See you on the next transmission. Kuchi.